love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like
Get me from backstage, bro. You muted.
Calm down. Let me
Bro,
get my
I'm
shit in
trying to
order,
tell you
bro.
something. I'm trying to tell you something.
Give me 15 seconds.
Tavian tweaking. He said, "Get him from backstage."
Tell him I said shut the fuck up. Actually, he can hear me.
I don't cuss no more on stream. Today will be an exception.
That's how I know. That's how I know niggas just make shit up, bro. But you know,
Oh, he's tweaked out.
Good.
Oh, that's Yak.
take the glasses off.
You can't hear.
Yeah, can you hear us? Oh, okay. Hold on. Just text me when you ready.
Tell God to give me better eyes and I'll take them off.
I don't need anything additional. Not today. I don't need to hear it.
I just ordered my food. I know that shit gonna be hitting.
What's going on
give
with
me
the
the
chat,
thumbs
man?
up and
What
you're
are they
good to
talking
go.
about? What are they talking about today? What up, Omar? What up, man? What up, QJ?
See. Oh shit. I see. Yeah. That's that strikes. That's about right. Whoever said that, that's about right.
What?
What was said? I mean, okay, cool. I mean, so what is he worth?
Said blame it on the light skin
Talking about Bryce.
or you. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
where the fuck? Why the fuck would you be talking about me in that context?
Yeah, you're good.
Being nigga.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear a damn thing.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah,
You
we
still
can.
can't hear?
Nah,
Make sure go to your mic settings right there with the little arrow.
he can't hear you. He just told you he can't hear you.
Oh shit.
Like,
All right, I can hear you now.
okay, good.
Oh. He must have heard me.
Guess so.
What was JJ's
Welcome.
reaction after
Hey,
Bryce 2 turnovers?
hey. Let me do my intro, bro. Not today.
Hey, I'm
Nothing
just
additional.
reading what
Hey, I
I'm
don't
giving the
need.
people
Hey,
what they
listen.
want. That's what they want to know.
Listen, I don't.
They
need
want to know what
anything
your reaction was to
additional.
Bryce's
Listen,
turnovers.
I know, bro. Hey, but I can't do a lot of yelling. You hear? I can't do a lot of extra shit today. I don't need anything additional from the chat or from the cast today. Nothing additional. Because I just got done watching film, probably for about an hour 15. I didn't even get through the fucking first half of the second quarter. I don't need anything additional, bro, because
I just can't believe what I had to witness. I just can't believe it. And I'm gonna get on a lot of y'all ass, especially you. Especially you.
First and foremost,
Why can we
welcome
wait?
to
Why
For
can we
Panthers
actually see
fans
Terrence
only.
today?
Okay, bro, is she gonna let me do my fucking? Welcome
Wow.
to For Panthers fans only. I'm your host JJ,
Yeah.
Terrence, and Tavian. They're on stage. We have a special guest with us tonight, Yak. If y'all are new to the show, then y'all may be unfamiliar with them, but he's
Why the
been a
fuck are
part
we
of the show
backstage?
a couple of different times. Hey, bro,
See,
y'all were still on
niggas.
stage, bro. Can y'all mute up? Can I do the intro, bro? Or are we?
Why are you putting yourself on self screen, bro?
Because, bro, I don't need talking while I'm trying to cut the intro, bro. I don't need anything. I just told you, bro. Like, honestly, my voice can't take it, bro. My voice can't take it, bro. I don't need additional shit. Follow all the social media pages down below. Like I said, we have a special guest joining us tonight. He's been a part of the show once, I think, on camera, a couple of different times via phone call, etc. So, yeah, Haley, thank you for sending that, but he just be on dick. It's nothing new, but he's a fan. So every time we're live or whatever the case may be, he's tuned in. So shout out to him. But yeah, like I said, tap in with us on social media, unorthodox for us to be going live on Tuesday night. Typically, we drop our episodes at 9 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. This week it just wasn't possible. We went to Vegas, to Phoenix, and then back to our respective cities. So just wasn't possible this week. So we decided to opt into this live. Unfortunately for y'all that think that we're always negative and that think that we're this and that, the team gave us a lot to be negative about this week and have really the first 2 weeks of the season. So if you're in a mood to have your dick jerked about this team and you're in the mood for optimism, unfortunately for me personally, it's not going to come. I don't know what everybody else is going to do. Everybody else assesses and watches film the way they do, or whatever the case may be. It's not going to come from me personally. I'm just letting everybody know ahead of time. So I'm giving everybody a forewarning to leave now if you're going to get in your feelings or going to feel a certain type way about negativity, because, you know, I'm giving everybody a fair warning. All of that being said, gentlemen, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day? Go through it quick.
And if you're gonna deem us the Crybaby podcast, just stop fucking watching. It's very simple. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but I
That's
guess
what
you
I'm
just
saying,
want to
but
you
he's
just
fanning
want to
out,
rage
bro.
bait me. You just want to rage bait me, and I'm not gonna fall for it because I'm already gonna tweak out on the team, so I'm not gonna fall for it. So do yourself a favor, click that X button. I don't even know how it works on YouTube, and beat the traffic because I really don't care. But anyway, day was phenomenal. Great day of work. Just got my workout in, so I feel great. Feels good to be back home.
Let's get this show on the road, man. Vegas stained me for way too much money. Y'all don't need to hear about it. They fucked me over.
I feel great. I was not a part of the Vegas trip and the Arizona trip. I saved my money, but watched the Panthers lose.
Hey, I can't hear you that well. I can't hear you that well. Yo, you got a mic? That's your mic. Hold your mic. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead again.
No, I was saying, I didn't go to Vegas. I didn't go to Arizona. I was not a part of the festivities this time around, but stayed home, watched the Panthers unfortunately lose again. But nonetheless, great day of work.
I'm glad to hear it. Thanks again for joining us as always. Where do I even want to start? The first thing that I'm gonna say, well, forgive me for my voice. That's the first thing that I'll say. Secondly, don't be misguided and don't misinterpret garbage time yardage and touchdowns. That's the first thing that I'll say, because I see a lot of that going on, and I know we want to be optimistic and excited about our young, exciting quarterback, right? But just don't fall for the propaganda. Watch shit with honest eyes, bro. I told y'all last week, and this is an overarching thing, and I'm not going to go that long, I promise, because I want to give everybody the opportunity to say what they need to say, and we have an additional voice tonight. So I understand that time is going to be of the essence. I told y'all last week, and actually I told everybody like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, right, that the problem already with this coaching staff, and they've shown us 2 times in a row, is that they don't take the preseason serious. Me personally, and I'll speak honestly for everybody on this podcast, right? And every fan that has spent their hard-earned money to go on the road for these first 2 matchups, I personally don't have time for a bullshit organization that has been bullshit for the last 7 to 10 years to treat the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season like it's fucking preseason. With no urgency, with not doing the basics, not wrapping up and tackling, not getting the play call in on time, on 3rd and 12s throwing 4-yard fucking slant routes. Right? I don't have time to watch my inside linebacker miss 5 or 6 tackles, a guy that you went out and got and spent money on when you had somebody in-house, and I don't know if you just didn't trust them anymore or the injury scared you off. I don't know. I don't know, because this is not going to be a Shaq Thompson podcast, right? I'm just telling y'all what I just simply don't have time for. I don't have time to every fucking week see my quarterback turn the football over multiple times a week. I don't have time for it, and I don't have time to go on Twitter and seeing niggas dying on the hill of, oh, it was the offensive line. The offensive line can't block. And let me be the first one to say, I'll be the first one to say the offensive line's performance was underwhelming on Sunday. I will say that. There was multiple reps, and I'm thinking I might do a film breakdown this week. I don't know, because it's just like so god awful that I just want y'all to see how I'm seeing it and processing it, right? And I know a lot of y'all don't watch all 22. I know a lot of y'all just watch broadcast and that's it. And so when I get up here and get to tweaking and it's, oh, JJ, he just a crash out. No, it's not. JJ is just a crash out. If we were winning fucking ball games, I wouldn't crash out. Right? But all of these things I just simply don't have time for. And every fucking week I get so high up, and we all do. So I know I'm preaching to the choir here, right? But I just get so high up and just so ecstatic that we get to watch Panthers football again after, 8 or 7-8 month break with no football. And this is the product that we get to see, right? We're going on the road. We're in Jacksonville. We're in Phoenix. We're doing fucking road game experiences and giveaways. Shout out to Cody and Dez too. Shout out to them. FPFO road game winning or experience winners. Shout out to them. We had a great weekend with them. But every weekend, catching flights, doing this and that, just to be looking fucking stupid as fuck in the face 10 minutes into the first quarter with no life on the sideline. I don't know if y'all saw that video on our X either. When I posted the video of the sideline, no fight, no energy, nothing. Just a group of guys just looking like nothing short of, and for lack of better terms, just mark ass bitches. Respectfully. And they think it's funny, right? And this is what I had to deal with. Like, everything is just a joke. Everything's a joke to this fan base and to this podcast, right? So if nobody else is gonna take the shit serious, why should I, bro? I'm just letting y'all know that I'm almost like I'm 2 weeks in, bro. I'm 2 weeks in and I'm fucking exhausted. 2 weeks in. And then I had to go hear my head coach about, oh, how proud he was because we showed fight until the end. Oh, we're fucking 5-year-olds, and we're learning the basic concept of if we're on the football field, we're crashing something every play. But we just have to be excited because, oh, don't worry, we fought until the end. So there's hope there. I don't have time for it. So that's I just want to get that off my chest to open the pod off. I'm going to open the floor to everybody else that wants to chime in and say what they need to say, and then we'll dive into the game a little bit and a couple of critical moments or whatever the case may be. But just know I'm not in the best of moods, bro. I'm not in the best of moods. And when I tell y'all, like, football season for me is like a gift and a curse, right? Because I'm just so ecstatic that it's back and I get to bet and just kick back and watch football and do this and that. But then my fucking mental health just suffers so bad. And I don't think that y'all really grasp that concept, because I think that y'all just think that I'm theatrical and exaggerate and shit like that, because y'all don't really get it. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. And I had to put myself through the hell of watching this team play football like on more than one occurrence per week, because I had to do my due diligence and watch the film and rewatch the game, specifically when we're at the games, right? Because we're just fans in the stadium. But then I want to see the broadcast. Then I want to see the all 22. So every given week, I'm having to see bullshit product for 4, 5, 6 times before we even record on fucking Monday or Tuesday, typically. So forgive me if I'm a little more agitated and if my tonality seems a little more aggressive than it usually does, or how it usually sounds over the summer, because already 2 weeks in, I'm tired. already of having to hear the same shit and see the same shit. See my quarterback turn the ball over. See my head coach throw my quarterback under the bus in his post-game press conferences. See niggas dicking off tackles. See XL running fucking backwards on screenplays and everything in between. I'm just tired. I'm tired. So forgive me. My attitude will not be the best tonight, but I'm going to try my best to put on a good show, as will the rest of our cast. Terrence, take it away.
Can y'all hear me? Because you're lagging a little bit on my end. Everything is good?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I have a lot I need to say. Very nasty performance that I seen on Sunday. Irregardless of us battling back and, doing this and doing that. I mean, we got to have an honest conversation about Bryce. And as anyone knows, if you've been a fan of the show for a while, I've been a Bryce Young truther. I was one of the ones that's like, give him time, it'll work out. But when you continue to put your team in a hole and spot other teams' points, 10 points, 13 points, however you may have it, it's not conducive for winning football. And so when JJ says about the empty calorie stats, I agree with some of that because it's the same thing that, and JJ is going to hate this, but Tavian is going to love this. It's the same thing that Dak Prescott does. A lot of the times the Cowboys will be down. This happened last year before last, or however you may have it. And then if you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game, you see him throwing for damn near 350, 400 yards. But it's because they're battling back the whole game. But none of that mattered during the time where the game was in reach. And I commend the team for giving effort to battle back. But at the same time, it's like we should never be in a situation with teams as bad as Arizona. Like, I know we're a bad team, but Arizona is a bad team as well. And this was a winnable ball game. But this goes to show you that even the weakest teams in the NFL, if you lose the turnover battle, more than likely you're going to lose the game. You can't continue to spot those team points. And then if you just look at what we have as a talent level, like I say all the time, the Carolina Panthers has Jags. These are just guys. Like, these aren't any guys that, Eagles, like, none of their talent, none of, like, the talent of, like, Kansas City, Detroit, and teams like that. These are just guys. And unfortunately, when you have someone like XL, who's his second year in the league, and he's the second player in NFL history to have 8 targets for like -2 yards, like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, and that's not conducive for winning football. When you only have Tet, who you can throw the ball to, or T-Mac, rather. And then you have Hunter Renfrow at this point is your second best receiver when he damn near died last year and came back and now is on the roster and he's your second best receiver. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work in order to win football games. And it's embarrassing. And the coaching staff, when we get in these situations where timeouts need to be called, and you're taking 3 timeouts in the half, but then right before that, you get a delay of game because you don't look at the clock and call a timeout as the head coach. But instead, we would rather eat those 3 timeouts and take those in the half. Like, it's stuff like that that doesn't make sense. When we know that Bryce Young is most successful in the play action game, or when we establish the run first, when he's able to get outside of the numbers and kind of maneuver in that area, when we know he's more successful in that area, but we don't utilize that. That's not a focal point going into the game. It's a lot of things that's just nasty work. You have your linebackers missing hella tackles. Trevin Wallace looks like a deer in headlight every fucking week. And then you have Christian Roseboom, like JJ said, you went and spent money to get him. 6 missed tackles. He's going to be on the top NFL 100 plays for getting his fucking ankles broke and getting juked 10 yards out of bounds because he's just that sorry. So when you have stuff like that, it's not a brand of winning football. And unfortunately, we have to get up every Sunday, whether you travel, whether you stay in bed, order wings, order drinks. This is the product that you have to get put on the field. And the offensive line didn't play good by any stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, your quarterback can't continue to get the ball up. Regardless of if they're coming through the line, you're getting sacked, you can hold on to the ball. And that's been a reoccurring theme for Bryce over this past 3 years. And I know everybody said that, this season if Bryce could just play how he played in the second half of last season. And I told y'all, stop banking this season off of what you seen him do in the second half of last season. Theoretically, it looked good and it made sense to some people, but until he actually put that on the field, then it means nothing. And as you can see now, we're 0-2 because of it. He can't continue to turn over the football. It just doesn't work. It's not a brand of winning football.
And I see a lot of people on X. I just want to throw this out there before I go to Yak and Tavian. I see a lot of people on X that are still, for whatever reason, like just obsessed with blaming this defense. And I had to get on my producer's ass for it last week. Because I keep trying to tell people that, in my opinion, this defense is doing, honestly, what I personally expected them to do. The defense, realistically, if we're just having a very honest and truthful conversation, the defense had one bad drive all game Sunday. One. Everything else came from being put in compromising situations, and like my co-host just said, having Jags on the field. We turn the ball over twice, you're going to give up 10 points. Right? You have a punt return all the way down to our own 45, 46 to close out the half, you're going to give up points. Right? It's just the reality of the situation with a defense that is structured the way this is, with the bird for brains at DC. So they're going to be bend, don't break, don't put them in compromising situations, and you should be okay if this offense is what you say it is. And unfortunately, up to this point, it just simply has not been. So everybody on X that keeps trying to beat a dead horse and saying this defense, no, this is the offense. This what we're dealing with right now is because the offense is not producing at the level that we were promised it was going to produce. The defense had one bad drive Sunday, and that was the drive out of halftime. Other than that, them niggas was actually on their shit, if I'm just being 100% honest with y'all. Truthfully. Which is why we saw them only give up 7 points in the second half, because we stopped putting them in compromising situations. But yeah, how you feeling, brother? Go ahead. You get your 10 minutes of whatever you need to say and get this shit off your chest, because you told me a lot when I was on the way back from the city. You know what I'm saying?
I won't be as long-winded as you or Terrence, but I'll just hit a couple points that really I did not like to see on Sunday. And I'll start off with us starting off the game. It feels like every game with either a turnover, fumble, something that puts us behind the nine initially. I feel like we just can't continue to do that. Winning football teams don't do that. Good football teams don't consistently do that. That's something that, to me, just feels very immature, unprepared. We can't. Our offensive line is getting rammed with stunts. I mean, this is I would like to say, and fact check me on this, this is a top 10 offensive pay. Like, we pay our offensive line top 10 money in the league. We are very expensive up front. We have a $100 million guard in Robert Hunt. We have another very expensive guard in Damian Lewis. I just feel like we should be able to cover basic twist stunts and not put ourselves in a position where we're getting sacked, losing the ball, and giving away free points. That also leads me to Bryce Young's inconsistent play, especially in the first half of these games. I feel like in the first half of both of these games, it's been very inconsistent. Now, second half, yeah, he's turned it up. Some people may call it trash time. Some people may call it, him taking a step forward. I don't really know what to call it yet, to be quite frank with you. I know we're only 2 games in, but it's not, I'm not loving what I'm seeing from a year 3 quarterback. And I feel like a lot of people share that same sentiment.
I personally fucking despise it. I know that you're not going to say it the way that I say it. You're going to say, oh, I'm not loving it. I fucking hate it. And I just made a commitment to our viewers to not slander his name. So Terrence, thank you so much, bro, for being honest with our viewers. So I don't really have to do it as much. Yeah, you can be as honest as you want on this platform. It's fucking terrible. Some of the decisions that we're seeing, us not being able to hold on to the ball, that sack fumble that resulted in 7 points that we saw on Sunday, the same exact play that resulted in 7 points 2 years ago against Minnesota in Charlotte. It's the same exact play. There's just simply no way why we should still be making those mistakes. But if you don't love it, then that's cool. You don't have to love it.
Well, I
personally fucking despise it.
I battle back and forth with his first half performance and his second half performance. And like I said, a lot of people say it was trash time, garbage time statistics he put up in the second half. But you have to admit he did look good. Whether if it won't worth nothing, he looked better.
Well, let me ask you a question. How much more difficult is it? Okay, go ahead. My bad. You're right. See, and then y'all start to trigger me because you may be one of those ones that's on your knees behind a nigga because he threw for a couple of yards.
Let me just get through these points. Let me just get through these points. So yeah, it seems like we're seeing rookie Bryce in the first half of all these games. We don't love to see that. Year 3, we should be taking strides forward. Inconsistency in specific offensive and defensive players. Like you've already spoke about, XL has not looked great. Christian Rosenboom has not looked great. Trevin Wallace has not looked great. I mean, but to me, as a whole, I felt like defensively, our D-line had more pressure this week. We saw that with Princely getting his first sack. I saw where Mike Jack and JC both had great defensive grades. So it just seems like there's inconsistencies in certain players that are playing to a detriment of this team right now. And then I'll wrap it up with, I don't see a lot of passion in Dave Canales. Personally, to me, when we get up there and we're losing 20-3, 27-3, yes, we fought back, but we did not play good. And to see him consistently every week get up in that podium and say we're taking strides, we're a developmental program, it just doesn't seem like a win now type of deal with him. And that's something that irks me, because if I told you this was happening to Dan Campbell's team, Brian Dayball's team, any other intense head coach out there, they would not be getting up there saying we're happy with where we're at, or we're trying to make good strides. The practice is great. No, that's not the case. We need to win. And to me, it just doesn't seem like winning coaching is being coached right now. It just seems like mediocre to me, in my view. So, yeah, I'll round it out there. Dave Canales, not ecstatic with them at the moment.
Panthers fans should be on high alert right now with Dave Canales. Because my biggest thing, and Tavian, I'm coming to you because you were at the game with us, so I'm gonna let you get your shit off, even though you were contemplating, whatever you were contemplating in the first half while the Cowboys were in a dogfight.
Oh yeah, he was sweating bad. I kept looking over. I thought he was about to
I really wish y'all could just see his face. And then the difference between in game and now the nigga wants to come over there and talk to me while I'm in a dogfight. Now he wants to talk my ear off while I'm in a dogfight because he's happy that them bitches won against the fucking Giants. Right. But nevertheless, Carolina Panthers fans should be on high alert, bro, because really, I had a lot of confidence in Dave Canales last year and then heading into the offseason this year throughout the summer. But listen, the way preseason was handled and the way that we've handled the first 2 games of this season and the lack of urgency that I'm seeing and the lack of preparation is very, 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 very alarming. Very alarming. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, and that's honestly a great segue for what I would like to talk about today from my observations of the game, because I know it's like week 2 and, nobody wants to panic. You don't want to, hit the button early, but I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know, like, start hitting that motherfucker now. Like, it is time to hit the panic button. This team is in a lot of trouble. I mean, you've already leveraged your entire future on banking the fact that Bryce Young was going to be a difference maker and a guy who could carry this franchise, and which you sold a lot of your draft picks over the previous 2 or 3 seasons, right, where you didn't have as many guys to pick from with the picks that you had. And with that, on top of the fact that you've clearly missed on quite a few of these draft picks, one of them being Xavier Legette, one of them being, for the time being, what's his name, Jonathan Brooks. Like, you've missed on quite a few picks when you already were limited in who you could pick from. Now, on top of that,
I'm gonna throw Shaw Smith Wade in there as well.
And I was going to avoid
touchdown at the end of the half. That touchdown at the end of the half, Shaw Smith-Wade and Nick Scott, just in the back of the end zone. Back of the end
Trevor
zone.
Wallace.
Trevor Wallace is another one, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're
And-
Jaden Crumedy. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Oh my God.
The list goes on and on
Jesus.
for guys that have been missed in the drafts recently. And then you wonder why Terrence comes out here and says, "Oh, we're just a team full of Jags. We're just a team full of Jags." Because we're a team that can't fucking draft. Really, and that's what it boils down to. You're a team that can't draft and fucking doesn't know how to properly leverage its future. Because you banked all in on Bryce Young, to which you had to backtrack because you realized he didn't have enough support to where you got the highest paid offensive line in the NFL. To where now you're missing two of the guys off of that offensive line, one of which I don't think we're going to see Robbie Hunt for the rest of the year. I believe he is done with that bicep injury. Correct me if I'm wrong. JJ, I was looking for the information on the two offensive linemen who went down after Sunday's game.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm personally ecstatic that Corbett is done. And to be honest, the faster we ship his ass out of Charlotte, the better this organization will be. He's unreliable.
Nonetheless,
excuse me?
I said nonetheless, though, you're still down in two offensive linemen. Linemen who are going to help.
But a lot of people like myself would make the argument that Cade Mays should have already been a starter regardless. But, maybe we'll defer to Yak on that because he was a former offensive lineman. So maybe Yak will give his 2 cents on that at some point or another tonight. But continue.
So you're missing guys. You realize Xavier Legette just really isn't worth fucking. Honestly, I don't know why or how he's still finding playing time. I mean, there's a graphic out there right now for anyone who's unfamiliar with it. He is like the least productive wide receiver in the NFL by a good margin at that. I mean, it was really nasty what we're seeing. We're watching it in real time. He's not running crisp routes. He's not helping his quarterback out at all by putting his hands up, coming back to the ball, keeping his feet in bounds. His body control is terrible. His run after catch is horrible because his first step is always backwards. Like, he's just really a broken product at this point. And quite frankly, the Carolina Panthers completely blew their evaluation of the kid. And then on top of that, I have to sit here and see, one, we're getting up to the line of scrimmage extremely slow. The play call is not getting in. I have to see Bryce standing 10, 15 yards behind, to the left of the line of scrimmage with his fucking hand over his ear trying to get the play call in because for whatever reason, he can't get it in. They're getting up to the line with barely any time to spare, and everything is just slow, out of rhythm. It looks like nobody on this offense is on the same page whatsoever. It's one of the most painful things to watch. And then when he got those yards in the second half, the Cardinals were definitely in a different style of defense than they played in the first half. It is something that, the reason that I would always slander Dak's name, garbage time statistics. That doesn't change the fact that you were in position to win the game, right? At the end of it. And I swear to you, the referees did everything in their power to make sure that the Panthers could win that ball game. And they still could not produce when it mattered the most. And I do put a good portion of that blame on Bryce Young. And I love Bryce. I think he is a really good player. However, he's not – your team isn't in order. You're not making the proper reads at times. And you're not getting the job done when everything is in your favor. Like, the game was right there for the taking. It doesn't matter how the rest of the day – we would be having a whole completely different conversation if Bryce is able to get that ball down the field and on that final drive after the onside kick. We're having a completely different conversation. But the fact of the matter is he barely crossed midfield, and you already got the ball at midfield.
And I want to just interject right here because we all know what did he end up going, like 0 for 6 or 0 for 8 on that last drive. But I will also say that a lot of that was also on Canales because I don't know why everything that we're running is 15, 20, 25 yards down the field, right? Where we just saw on Monday Night Football last night, Baker Mayfield dink and doink all the way up the field, and then we take our chunk play when we take it, and then we march the football down the end zone. So part of that is on coaching as well and play calling, right? And we're supposed to have this play calling guru, this quarterback fixer. And I had to be in the stadium seeing niggas running 15, 20 yards down the field, right? When we have 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go get a touchdown with what, one timeout left?
Even if that's the
And
case, even when people were running down the field, you still had Chuba wide open underneath.
Wide open in the
But
flat.
we're just trying to be a fucking hero. That's the thing that I despise the most about Bryce. Like he tries to make us love him so much that he just makes bonehead decisions at times. Like it's always like it's hero ball to him, which is like take what you get and then we move along.
but even that,
Very
man,
simple
because like
concept.
I agree with the idea of like it's on Canales because where were the looks for Tet on that last drive?
Well,
Because
that
we were
is
sitting there
they
talking
had
about it.
two. They had two on them. When you go back and watch the film, they got two on them, and it's like it's not even a question that they had two on them.
And that's the problem with fucking Excel. Is because now that we can double team Tet and then we don't trust you enough to go out there and make a play. And I'm not gonna lie,
And they targeted
Excel
Excel.
Excel is part of the reason for Bryce's struggles as well. Because I
The same
constantly
could be
see
true
him
for
try to feed
Excel.
him the ball and it's just not working out. And instead of plays where Tet is open, where you need to be looking to that read, but it's like, no, I want to get my receivers involved because we know receivers are divas. Like any prior wide receiver in the NFL will tell you that receivers are divas, and the quicker and earlier you get them the ball, the better off they are for the rest of the game. And a quarterback knows that. And so there's a lot of times where I see Bryce trying to feed him the ball and trying to force him throws and passes. He did the same thing in the Jacksonville game. And Itzel does nothing but pisses in his face because he doesn't give a fuck because he doesn't make the play. And so that leaves other receivers ass out. That leaves game management ass out. That leaves us moving the ball down the field ass out because we're trying to force it to a receiver who just doesn't got it. And I constantly came up here and told y'all about Excel through the summer, and y'all slander my name because apparently I hated Excel for whatever reason, and I was just a hater. I was just this and that. My co-host, like, I got slander from Doug, I got slander from Dunk. I mean, the whole entire fan base slandered my name when I said Excel has a drop problem. He needs to be working on his catching skills in the off season. He needs to come out a totally different player if we want to win football games next year. And when I told y'all that XL was the sole reason that we went and drafted T-Mac because XL wasn't the receiver we bought him in to be, oh my God, boy, y'all slander my name. But look at it now. Look at it now. I hate to be the one saying that I'm right or that I was right, but look at it now. The proof is in the pudding.
No, you don't.
XL is not like that. XL is not fucking like that. And I've been telling y'all that from the jump. He is not what we expected him to be.
I'm gonna say this. What really triggered me, and Tavian was sitting beside me, at this point in the game because, and I was just baffled, dumbfounded, irate. I mean, I could have. I won't even tell y'all what degree I would have been willing to go to get my hands on that nigga on Sunday. Well, last possession of the game, we target XL 2 times in a row. Game on the line. We target him 2 times in a row. Incompletion in the end zone. And this nigga taps his helmet to come out of the game. That is what killed the shit for me. That's what killed it for me. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. And this is coming from a nigga that rode the hardest for him over the summer. I'm done with him. Nigga, don't come out the game if you're receiver 2 with the game on the fucking line, especially not asking to come out. Because that just shows me that you don't got none of that.
Another miss by the coaching staff. He had one good season in college. And that's what we reached for. He was never a first round talent. But
To
cool.
me, it seems like Bryce doesn't trust him anymore. It seems like, huh?
I said, would you?
No, yeah. I mean, you have no reason to, but I mean, at this point, who does Bryce trust? Obviously, Tedero has gained that status up to this point. Would you say he trusts Hunter? I guess he did trust Thielen. He's gone. I mean, I don't know. And I thought JJ, you were going to bring up at the end of the second half when XL was lackadaisical getting set. When time is running out.
Oh, I didn't know yet. I didn't bring that up because I didn't notice it in the game until I went and got on Twitter because I kept saying Sheena or seeing Sheena and Vashta say oh, the reason why we couldn't get those plays off at the end of the first half, right? And why it was taking us so long was because of Excel. And then I saw the video, bullshit effort. And his confidence and his mind is gone. And honestly, anytime you get a professional athlete in any sport and their mind is gone, they're fucked. I hate to tell y'all, they're fucked. Walking in the middle of a hurry up offense. I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter or not, but I'll try and find it and retweet it so y'all can see it. In the middle of hurry up offense, oh, we're just gonna fucking walk back. No big deal. Just gonna stroke off right here. And then, when I get back to the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna show some effort and some hustle. His mind is gone. He's fucked. We need Jalen Coker back ASAP. Because if not, unfortunately, this is the offense that I believe we're going to continue to see. Because once teams catch on, and if they haven't done so already, then that's on them. But once teams catch on and say, oh, Tetaroa is the only real threat that they have. He's the only one that's doing anything in this offense transparently outside of garbage time. All we got to do is roll one over the top on him, have somebody manned up, whatever the case may be, and everything else will fall into place because Xavier Leggett ain't hitting on shit, and the list really just goes on and on and on.
Now, another name that I saw pop up in the chat that wasn't addressed earlier was JT, because I've seen JT over the course of these first 2 weeks of the season drop a number of opportunities that really could had the chance to change the trajectory of the game. But when the ball, anytime it's a contested catch, I think he's afraid of contact across the middle or something. Because anytime they're throwing it to him across the middle, he's kind of like shying away. Unless it's an underneath, unless it's something very simple like a little hitch or like an underneath route, he'll catch those no problem. But as soon as it's a ball coming up the seams, I mean, his nuts shrivel up every
But
time. I haven't seen him make one of those catches at all.
You want me to be honest with you? Because for one, I don't think that he played bad. I mean, he was the second leading receiver for the Panthers Sunday. I think he had like 8 for 69 or something like that, somewhere close to that.
He also dropped the ball in the back of the end zone with the chance to.
He did drop the ball in the back of the end zone. He also dropped a little non-route that he got thrown. I think that was in the first half when we dove for the ball, and I think that we ended up getting bailed out by a penalty on that play, if I'm not mistaken. But for me, I have a little more tolerance with a guy that was drafted in the 4th round and is only in his 2nd year. I personally have more tolerance for that because you're just going to have to get more opportunities in those situations to show that you can develop into XYZ, right? Because even with that being said, he still had the 8 for 69. Whereas XL has, 3 for -2. But that's who we were banking on. That's who we had faith in. And you actually called this the last time you were on the pod. You said it was JT's room. No question. And Tommy Tremble has been back. And we've seen JT Sanders be way more a part of the offense than Tommy Tremble has been.
Yeah, I think he's been decent, but I am going to side with Tavian a little bit on this one. To me, in my opinion, I feel as if Bryce has put balls in places in which JT should be able to catch the ball, and he has had those drops. Now, yes, he was the second most effective receiver on Sunday. He continues to develop. He's a 4th round pick. I see a future with him here. Like I said, I believe he's going to continue to lead this tight end room. But just would like to see a little bit more consistent play. But like you said, 4th round pick, he's getting there in due time. But yeah, it's right now, it's just a messy situation where right now on offense, it seems as if we know we can trust Tetaroa. JT seems to be reliable. Hunter Renfrow is still, that's kind of in the air on if he can be trusted or not. We are set to be a run first team. To me, it does not seem like that's been the case at all. And I know we've tried continuously, and that has just not been happening. We haven't really used Rico Dowdle effectively, to me, in my opinion. Both of Chuba's touchdowns are both receiving. So it just seems like we're not getting a consistent run game. The passing game's a little bit ineffective at this point. We're getting inconsistent play out of Bryce. and inconsistent play out of Excel. So right now it's a mess. What do we do to fix it? I don't know. So
Have a
that's
sense
what
of urgency. It's actually, for
yeah.
me, it's a very, very simple fix.
Urgency
I think it's a
urgency
very
has
simple
to be
fix.
up front in this offense. I feel as if we have been dragging when it gets to situations in the game in which we need to go, we need to be effective, we need to see if we can't score before half, whether that's at the end of the game, right before halftime, something to shift momentum in our direction, and we cannot do that. So,
Yeah,
That starts with coaching. The
that
yeah,
sense
starts
of
with coaching.
urgency starts with coaching.
And
And
and,
that's the
and
problem that I have
transparently,
with Dave Canales.
yep, yep. And transparently, it doesn't start with coaching in game or in season. It starts back when you minimize the importance of the preseason by not calling the plays yourself or not playing your starters because they quote unquote didn't earn the third drive after they accumulated -1 yard, right? So it all is a trickle down effect, which we've been trying to tell y'all the whole summer. But again, it's not PG and it's not a gentle parenting. So, oh, you guys are just so mean and angry and so negative all the time. No, we just see the reality and we give our opinion on the reality and we tell y'all how shit is going to play out before it does, and then we end up being right, and then it's silence from you guys. But that being said, round of applause for super chat. Shout out to you. Shout out Brian. Yes, we will be in attendance on Sunday. And to be honest, I think that there's going to be quite a few of us, if I'm not mistaken. Yak, are you going?
to be determined.
See, yeah. But yes, we will be in the building. Actually, I don't know if Tavian is going either. I know me,
I will not
Terrence.
be. My mother's birthday.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. I know me, Terrence, Haley, Rod, us four will definitely be in the building on Sunday. So we can definitely make that happen. Shoot us a DM on X or IG. And we'll make that happen for sure. But shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Shout out to the chat as a whole, too. I know sometimes
Yeah,
it gets unbearable because I know that sometimes the pod does have a negative undertone to it. But y'all have to understand that. And I was listening to a space, I believe, yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, right? And they were just talking about like he was talking about what he came up or what he grew up watching from just a specific linebacker, like just from the linebacker group, because they were talking about Christian Roseboom and Trevin Wallace, and really just how it is just an atrocity to have to wake up every Sunday and those guys are your two starting inside linebackers. And transparently, it really, really is an atrocity. It is, right? But y'all have to understand the Carolina Panthers that we grew up watching, bro. Like, nobody on this podcast is over the age of 28. None of us, right? So we're in the era of like, okay, maybe we didn't have the best season here, but we still competed and we were still a hard-nosed football team. And anytime you came to Charlotte or anytime you went on the road, niggas knew that they were gonna have to play. It wasn't just gonna be a get right game. It wasn't just gonna be a guaranteed 100+ yard rushing from your running back, right? It wasn't just going to be a guarantee, oh, we're turning the ball over multiple times a game. So, unfortunately, over the past 3 or 4 years, this is what this team has become. So, forgive us if the tonality isn't the best and we don't want to have a circle jerk with you guys over a team that's 0-2 and that hasn't won more than fucking 6 ball games in what, 5 or 6 years? Have won 7 ball games in the last 2 years? 2 years and 2
yeah.
games at this point. So
And
forgive
I'm not
us.
hearing that. I'm not hearing that negativity thing about the team anyway, because our host JJ comes on this motherfucker about every season screaming about 10 wins in the offseason. Like there
Every year.
you won't meet a more optimistic Panthers fan on the face of the earth. And it's not like it's only when the shit hits the fan and we start getting mad on this podcast, it's for many reasons though. Because it's shit we've been talking about. It's stuff that's been identified way, way, way down the road We saw it in the offseason. We knew it was coming. We've been screaming it from the top of the building. And then it gets here regular season and it's playing out in real time exactly the way that we said it was going to be played out. Because it's not fucking rocket science. It doesn't take it. This is football, bro. You can either play or you can't. It's not really that hard to understand and identify who good players are and who aren't. And quite frankly, we're just at the point where the Carolina Panthers don't have enough good players. So we are going to slander the guys that they do have and the product that they are putting on the field. Because just as me not even being a fan of the team, I don't want to come on this podcast every week and talk about a losing football team. That shit is draining for me. And I can only imagine what it's like for somebody who loves the team so much that they got it tatted on them, or loves the team so much that they buy every single jersey that comes out, or loves the team so much that they go to every single ball game for the team and spends real money on it. So like imagine, like, and if you feel any other way, then I'd question your fandom.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, this is the thing, because I never want to, like, I feel like you can be diehard and you can do whatever you do from wherever you at, right? Because I know we have people that watch and listen all over wherever, and I know that there's people, shit, like Yak rather sit in his own crib and have Sunday Ticket on with the Panthers on the big screen and everything else going on. That's just how he would prefer to, enjoy his Sundays, right? That's just not the way that we approach it. And I don't knock anybody that doesn't, because transparently, you guys obviously are a lot more financially literate than I am, because year in and year out, I get fucked behind this team and the amount of money that we spend. I won't even say just me, us, we, right? So I won't even knock that. But it's just like, bro, don't come on here like this Jamel nigga. Like, I don't know what he has against us. I'm honestly convinced that this Jamel, I don't even know the nigga's last name. I'm convinced that this is a burner. I'm convinced that this is a player's burner. And if that's the case, I'd just rather you stand on business and let us send you the link. We'll do a little introduction, interview over the next 5 to 7 minutes, whatever the case may be. And then we're going to really get to the real shit. And actually, I already have NFL Pro pulled up, so we can just highlight and filter the plays that you were on the field and break it down together. And we can ask you questions on why you cocked off on this particular play. Right? Because at this point, that's where I'm convinced. Somehow we became weirdos because we were wishing bad on XL. Hold on, I want to find that comment. And QJ, shout out to you. Shout out to the Maz in the building. Shout out to the whole chat. Salute. But let me see if I can pull this up.
And while you pull that, I just
he said Terrence was weird more or less because he said that he tried to tell everybody about XL over the summer. That's not weird, bro. Y'all got to get that out of y'all's head. Like, nobody's excited or happy that this shit is happening, bro. Like, I don't know what y'all don't get about that. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it. I don't know why y'all think that we just prey on players' downfalls when we're Panthers fans, bro. Like, and we're real life die. I don't think that y'all get it, that I'll really crash something behind these niggas, bro. Like, every time we go on the road, I make this nigga Terrence so uncomfortable, bro, because as soon as I walk into the stadium on the road, I look around and I get to chatting. Black, white, Hispanic, women, niggas, it don't matter. You get in this smoke because we in the building, nigga. So don't tell me that we weird and we this and that because we're critical of a player. It's not real life.
It's because they don't really be outside for real, bro. Anybody that has been to a game with us knows how it gets when game time comes, no matter who we're playing. We were the same way when we played the Chiefs, same way we played the Bengals, the Chargers. It's the same thing every Sunday. But just because I said in the offseason that I hope that XL is putting in just as much work as his day job playing football as he is on his side job by getting involved in the media, being a media personality, going to the Kentucky Derby, being in a music video with Glorilla. Like, just because I pointed that out and said I hope it translates to on the field play, how does that make me weird? How does that make me weird when it clearly hasn't happened as of yet? I don't get it.
You would rather
I don't think that
you'd
makes
rather
you
be
weird.
in here celebrating him having 400 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
I mean, so
He would much rather have me on this podcast, raspy voice and all, popping my shit, telling him and Tavian, y'all doubted him, and I tried to tell y'all, right? He would much rather that. It makes for better content for one, and for two, that would mean that we were winning football games. So all this narrative just has to stop, bro. Y'all got to give it a break. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. KB, yeah, he does, and it just really don't be him. Honestly, I toned it back because, as y'all know, we did a giveaway this summer, the FPFO road game experience, where we picked one person plus one to fly out with us to Arizona or meet us in Arizona, rather. Hotel stay, game tickets, etc. So we had our winners with her this week, or our winners with us this week, excuse me. So shout out to Dez and Cody. So really this week I was chilling in the stadium. It doesn't sound like it, but this came from probably the last 6 or 7 minutes of the ball game. And me and Tavian being together and just doing math on time and how many points we need to score and how fast. Right? So I really was chilling this weekend, but yes, he does always have to have his hands ready. And I think he's very much aware of that. And I prefer tipsy Terrence in games more than I do sober Terrence, because then he's just a little too conservative and reserved. Whereas when he gets that shit in him, he's on the same timing as JJ. So, but yes, he does always have to have his hands ready. But that's not really, like I say, I don't like promoting that kind of stuff on this podcast and when we're doing content, but that's not really something difficult, because like when you stay ready, it's never really going to be a situation in where, oh yeah, you got to get like, no, it's not that. And I don't be on that energy for real. I be really just trying to have fun. And then it's just been a couple of occasions where niggas have tried me and we've just had to take it there. And there's been a couple of niggas that I've let off the hook. Yeah. So and it's funny and see, that's the thing. Like, that's really what be blowing me, because it'd be funny to them niggas, because they know in the moment I'm really ready to take it there and really ready to go to jail behind that shit. Like, honestly, real life. Let me see. Nah, for real, that was hard. Hey, I'm tough with this shit, bro. I'm tough with it. Tipsy Terrence, yeah, that's hard. Tipsy Terrence. It's kind of like actually, no, I can't even say that. Never mind. Never mind. Shout out D. D, what's popping, bro? Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out Shamik. Shamik, I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks. What's happening? Shout out to you.
I seen you just got a promotion too, Shamik. Congrats.
You said what you said?
I seen Shamik just got a promotion or something. Congrats.
Congratulations, brother. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Shamik is, when we talk about day ones, Shamik is real life day one, bro. Shamik is real life day one FPFO, like no cap. Shamik is so day one. I didn't even know that we went to the same high school. No cap. Like, I think he graduated in 13. I graduated in 17. I didn't even know that shit until like he was on a live one night and was like, bro, you went to Conley? And I was like, yeah. He that day one. So shout out to Shamik for sure. Let me see who else is in here. Shout out Brian. Brian, what's popping?
Saw Desmond popped up.
Popping. QJ, of course. You said what?
I said Desmond popped up. He said
Yeah,
what
I
up
seen
a couple
Dez.
minutes
Shout out
ago.
Dez, man. Dez was goody. What is Haley talking about?
Yeah.
She said that's the reason my phone cracked.
Yeah.
Nah, facts.
No, it didn't really go like that, bro. That's the reason it took us 30 minutes to find it. That's more so the reason.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, y'all don't know how bad he want to tweak right now.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just chilling. I got my anger out of the way in the first 10 or 15 minutes. And then, like I said, yeah. And see, this is the shit that yeah. And the crazy part about it is I really had bros back. Hey, actually, I just want y'all to get ready to pay my money, Terrence and Tavian. Because
For what?
I looked at the overall defense thing too, and we're 22 right now. So
Shit can get worse. Shit can get.
Oh, I'm not worried about that shit at all. I'm not worried about that. Y'all got some shit coming down the pipe. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Don't
These are the
worry.
bad teams right now. Honestly, these are the teams you should be having that defense against. That you should be getting out of the way.
We had to have one of these games, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Prior to week 1, I was going into Jacksonville saying it was a must win, just for momentum, everything. I feel like that winning week 1 could have, caused a domino effect in solid momentum for this team. We're now in a situation where we're 0-2. Obviously, we have Atlanta, then we go to Foxborough, and the schedule does not get any easier from there. So, what do we do to fix it, Jeremy?
Yeah. I mean, I just watched Atlanta put up, 30?
Yeah.
I can give you the answer that I gave
The
Carter.
Patriots put up 30?
I gave Carter a great answer earlier, but I don't think that I should say that on YouTube.
No, you will get us canceled if you relay that answer.
Yeah, so I transparently outside of that answer, I really don't know.
I mean,
it's very simple. Actually,
we made two signings. I know we got P squad players. I don't know how effective they'll be.
I don't even know how to pronounce the one nigga's name, so I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, you know how to do it?
No. So we'll see what happens. I mean, could it get worse at linebacker? Let me ask you that.
Hell no.
Yeah. So
hell no.
If you put I seen somebody asking about Christian Roseboom as green dot. It can get worse at linebacker if Trevor Wallace is green dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get worse. It can always get worse.
But I mean, it seems as if the organization is. I mean, obviously, we just had 2 offensive linemen go down. We've had lackluster performance out of the linebackers. It seems. I mean, they're obviously aware of it. They're making moves like that. I know we just needed to add depth on the offensive line. But I think they're very aware of where this team falls short right now.
I pray to God they're aware of it because it's obvious.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that it's not that difficult to realize it and acknowledge it. I would say that it's encouraging that they're acknowledging it as fast as they are, I guess. But I mean, it's glaring when you turn on the film, in my opinion. You ask how you fix it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that, and this is, I think, part of my frustration personally, right? I don't think that this team is really that far. I don't think that the team is by any stretch of the imagination as good as I personally thought they were going to be in the offseason. But I don't think that they're as bad as Terrence thought they were going to be, transparently.
I mean, they damn sure on track. I had them at 7 games, and the 2 games that we were supposed to win. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
so maybe I'll take that back. I'll just say they're not as good as I thought they were going to be. But I also don't think that we're that far off, bro. Because I really think if you protect the football, honestly, I think your defense has played well enough. And this is something that people aren't acknowledging because the offensive side of the ball is sexier, right? Which people should actually be acknowledging it. When you're coming off the worst defense in NFL history, people should be acknowledging the fact that this defense looks a lot better than it has over the last year and a half, 2 years. It does. That's a fact. No matter how you try and slice it, they do. Mike Jackson is exactly who I thought he was. J.C. Horn is what we all knew he was, that the national media just never acknowledges. I will say we need to figure out how to keep Trayvon Merring out of coverage because he's a liability, but he will come down and slide on some shit. So with that being said, EJ has to figure out how to put him in more of those situations.
Well, it's damn near very easy, in my opinion. He might be on the smaller side, but you use him how the Raiders are using Jamal Adams. Yep. We know he'll come down and hit, and then maybe in that way you can insert a Lathan Ransom or a Damani Richardson, because Nick Scott, he got to go. Bro is ass.
He's
Nick
terrible.
Scott, he gotta go.
He's terrible. He's terrible, bro. I think Lathan Ransom. That was also one of my notes here. I think Lathan Ransom should be getting way more burn than he does. I do. Like I know EJ is kind of hesitant right now because he's fighting for his job and he feels like his life is on the line right now. But unfortunately, when something shows you or somebody shows you they can't do the job, you got to try some other shit out. You do. And every time Ransom comes in the game, whether it's preseason or this past Sunday against Arizona, he's coming down and he's sliding on something. He's sliding on something every time, dog. So that just tells me, and I understand that football is a lot more than somebody getting hit hard or somebody making a big play, whatever the case may be. I fully grasp that concept. But in that same breath, a talent like that, bro, that has the ability to bring that type of energy and momentum to your defense, you just don't let them sit on the sideline, bro. Like honestly, like I would highly encourage y'all if y'all didn't watch Monday Night Football. If y'all didn't watch Monday Night Football, the 7 o'clock game with Houston and Tampa Bay, Houston lost the game, but I would highly encourage y'all to watch the Houston Texans defensive performance damn near throughout the whole game, bro. Like I was just watching and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, nigga, they are sliding so crazy. They're so fast and they're coming to stretch something every play. That's what this defense lacks. This defense
Yeah.
lacks that, and a guy like a Lathan Ransom can't provide you with that spark, in my opinion, to start that shit off, bro. Because as soon as somebody start rocking something and that defense get turned up, it hit different. I'm telling you, I don't felt it before. No cap. What were you gonna say?
Nah, I was gonna say, nah, I agree with that. They had Baker and Hill for a lot of the part of the game. Like they was really like stretching that nigga for real. But at the end of the day, he just found a way to win the game. But the Texans defense, like they're solid. They're really, really solid. And they play hard and they play fast. And that's what you need. A lot of it is an effort thing. Like we know that we don't have like the talent that all of these other teams have. But when you don't have the talent and you also lack effort, then that's when it becomes tough because you put the rookies in the game. Princely got a sack. Nick Scorton won on a lot of his reps. It was just a couple times he just couldn't finish the rep. But when you get guys in the game that actually want to play, that actually want to go and win and have that motor about them, it changes a lot of things. Even on the offensive side, it changes a lot of things.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I don't know. You tell me. How did the Carolina Panthers fix it? I mean, we're 2 weeks
Uh,
in.
I
This is
think
why I
I think
said
I
we're
think
not that
it's
far gone.
I think I mean as messy as it looks, I personally think you clean up turnovers. Um, and you execute when you need to execute, whether that's 2 minute drill, whether that's getting a first down. If you do those two things, I think I honestly think we at least have one win in the win column right now. And I think just cleaning those two things up, um, would turn out to be very beneficial for us. Would I like to see us? And now the defense has provided a turnover each week. JC week one, and then I don't remember who picked off
Want them.
Kyler. Yep, Wanham got it. So I do like to see what the defense has been able to create takeaways. It seems, but we got to stop giving it up as an offense. It could,
Yep.
we are going to continue to lose games if we continue to give the ball up. And I think that's where it's been so demoralizing because it almost seems like within the first 5 minutes of every game we're giving the bitch up, and
Dog, yeah.
and
We're literally
that
in a
does it.
stadium, bro. Like, and I look at the clock. We're down 7-0 with 13:22 left in the
Yep,
first fucking quarter, dog.
yep.
That is just like you gotta be kidding me, man.
That
Every week.
sets you back. Your offense has zero momentum. Your defense is not going to go out there and have juice, which is exactly what you were just talking about with the Texans defense. That defense has juice. The Kamari Lassiter, Al Shazier, Derek Stingley, they're all bringing it. Will Anderson Jr.,
Yep.
that's a defense who has juice. The Ravens have juice. The Packers have juice. They all bring a certain sense of swag and, shit in their neck when they play defense. And I mean, our offense putting us behind the eight ball at the start of every game does not allow our defense to do that. Um,
Yeah.
So I mean, but you have to fix turnovers. You have to fix turnovers. That is the number one thing right now. If you solve that issue, you're on the path. You're on the path. And now I don't know if that path is going to lead us to 10 wins, but I mean, it will lead us to being competitive and not a franchise to laugh at every Sunday. So
Yeah, I agree with that. And I will say, like, I don't want that conversation that we just had. I don't want people to feel like we're shitting on the defense in any regard. It's just the fact that this offense is not producing. So now the defense has to bring even more juice, right? That's the biggest piece to that. Because I still wholeheartedly will say, no matter who's asking me, no matter what conversation I'm having, if people are asking me, who do you blame the first two losses of this season on? I'm going to give them two answers, and I'm going to give it to them every time they ask me. I'm going to say 1A is Bryce Young because we can't keep turning the football over, and 1B is Dave Canales because there have been extremely questionable play calls made. There's been a lackluster sense of urgency in critical moments, terrible time management, right? These are all things that I expect from Dave Canales year one, not year two. So those are the two main people that I'm looking at right now. If you want to ask me how to fix it, stop turning the football over, and Dave Canales be better prepared. And I assume that you're unprepared because your team looks unprepared every week. And you went in the press conference and said, I have to do a better job at having our guys prepared. So you have to have a sense of urgency too. What you got?
I was just gonna say, with the so you had your first play because I just wanted to like look at the play-by-play of this from that first drive and kind of figure out because we were just talking about why the run, right? Why they don't run the ball more? Like what's up with abandoning the run game? Play one 6 yard pass to Chuba. Play two a -3 yard run. So now you set yourself up at 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 is obviously when Bryce fumbled the ball. So, how much of this also are we putting on the offensive line? Because one of the first things Terrence came in and said, or was it? It was either Terrence or Yak. One of y'all said that you have to get better play out of the offensive line, especially considering the fact that so much was invested into them. So when the first play is positive off of a short yardage situation or short pass, second play goes backwards. Now it puts you in 3rd and long. You're forced to pass, but my quarterback's under pressure. He gets sacked. He fumbles the ball. The offensive line, you didn't create a run lane, and now you're not blocking the pass rushers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
lie.
we also
Our
saw
offensive
week
line
one
was
where
in
the
hell.
center was fucking snapping the ball over snapping it at his face or over his head for most of the snaps.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
but God fixed
operational
that.
thing. It's an operational thing. If you can't even start out with a good snap, you're already one step behind. And
Yep.
and to speak a little bit further about the offensive line, in my opinion, what I see is I see a team that when they can pass protect and pick up any twist and stunt and give Bryce time in the pocket, I see him able to do what he does best. When you cannot pick up simple twist and you can't slide off the defender to another offensive lineman and you give Bryce has pressure, that's a recipe for disaster. The run game to me has been a little lackluster up to this point, especially coming off of last year. I felt like they ran the ball fairly decent last year. And yeah, you just have so much invested into that group. You'd like to be able to think that they could handle simple twists, and I understand it's a very difficult thing to do, but I mean that's losing you ball
It's,
games at
it's
this
not
point.
difficult. It's not difficult. Cause I'm gonna tell you how I know it's not difficult because I can turn on 25 other football teams that are in the National Football League and they pick it up just fucking fine. So it's not that difficult. And I personally have a problem if I want to highlight somebody, and this is not because of the personal vendetta that he has against us. This is just based on what I saw on film an hour and a half before I got on this show. Taylor Moton's effort has been bullshit too the first 2 weeks of the year. Terrible. I highly encourage y'all again, watch the all 22 and watch some of these plays that he's just giving up on. Right? We will be in a scramble situation, and I see Taylor Moton walking on the field. Just walking, just you know, in a daisy field, enjoying the sunshine, happy to be here, not trying to make a real impact. But then again, he got his money, so maybe it's time to jerk off and ride into the sunset. But it's not that difficult yet. It's not. Specifically with the Arizona Cardinals, because they were mugging, right? They were showing they had a couple of good plays where they disguised the blitz relatively well, but all of their blitz concepts were actually very simple when you look at the film. And if you go back and watch it and watch the all 22, you'll see how simple it was, because you understand it better than I do. Because I was on the opposite side of the football. All I know is kill. You know what I'm saying? You were the guy with the brains. So if I can pick it up just based on me watching football and being part of the game for so long, XYZ, you can do it as well. It's not that hard, because they're very, very basic stunts, and they're basic 4-man twists that we can't pick up. It's a lack of preparation. That's on Canales.
But I think we can all agree, when they do pick it up and allow Bryce to have a pocket, he looks good. He's able to make his throws.
I will agree with that.
I mean,
I will agree with that.
But yeah, all stemming back to, if you can protect up front, you minimize the turnovers. You minimize the points given up, and you minimize the losses at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And just make competent decisions when we're outside of the pocket and we have pressure on us. Like Terrence said, don't be Superman. Just take the sack.
I agree, but
it's a losing rep.
I also think that's when he does some of his best work. When he gets out,
not when he's getting hands put on him and not trying to throw across his body 25 yards down the field. So it's a give and take, and I don't understand why he just can't run the football anymore. That's another thing that's fucking blowing me. Because he has the ability to do it. I've seen him do it on multiple occasions. But Bryce Young doesn't run the football anymore. Actually, I think the 1 or 2 times that he's fully committed to doing it was, I think, on like 3rd and 9 against Jacksonville last week. And I think he may have gotten the first down conversion this week as well. But, we don't
I think that's a little bit on coaching, though. I think that's on coaching, because they're not really scheming him up to be on the move. They're not helping him out. They're not running, because we've been talking about it, though. We've been talking about how they're not running the play action as effectively, or running bootleg and whatnot like they were coming down the stretch last season. Like their offensive play calling has gotten a bit stagnant in a sense. If you want him to run or use his legs more, get him out. Get him out on the perimeter, set him up.
To a certain degree, I feel it. Go ahead, Terrence.
No, I was going to say, like I said earlier, I think he is more effective when he is able to roll out of the pocket and, kind of make those throws on the run. But, at the same time, even if that doesn't happen, when there's running lanes there, like he did in college, you have to take those. And when there's running lanes there and you're getting ready to get tackled, you just got to hold on to the football. So I think 2 things can be true. Like you said, I don't agree that they're scheming them. I agree that they're not scheming him up the way that they should be, and the way that they seem was effective last year with the play action, with the heavy run, and they seen that he was more effective that way. I don't think that that's been the play calling scheme at the beginning of the season, and I think he is more effective in that realm, but I don't think they've been scheming it up that way. But at the same time, if there's obvious running lanes open, Bryce has to be smart enough to where you have to take those. It's Excel that you can't trust. Just throw that back out there. Because he's ass.
Maybe Jamel was right.
No, he wasn't. Just an observation. Go watch the game. He's ass.
He could turn it around. He goes for 150 next week. He goes for 150 next week, and then what?
A lot of this chatter subsides. Player of the week. You're retweeting. Go vote for him. So
No.
It's crazy because he said that he couldn't catch last year because of his lack of confidence, and I just be damned if I don't think that he's already lost confidence at this point. Because the media has been slandering him. Us as a fan base has been slandering him. So I find it hard. And then he has to look at Chet on the other side of him. A guy one that they went and drafted the year after they drafted him, that they went and drafted with the number 8 overall pick as wide receiver one, and then you see him have to have the second best rookie start to his rookie season in Panthers history. And then you have to see him leading the rookies in receiving yards, and you have to see him having his first 100-yard game in his second game of the season when you've not been able to eclipse that over a whole year of football. Oh, there's some confidence that has taken a hit there. So I mean, I hope to God he finds it, but it's just I just find it hard to believe that he's gonna be able to pick that right back up.
He's
I don't
happy
know.
for his brother. He's happy for his brother.
Yeah, okay,
I
cool.
went on his story and he had the exclamation mark emojis with the T Mac edit of showing him leading the receivers. So he's happy for his brother. His brain is he just
And a
has
lot
to
of
get
his
locked
a
back
lot
in.
of his draft class peers are going Fed right now.
Oh my
He's
god.
just, I mean,
Guys that the Carolina Panthers decided not to draft over him.
Lad,
Not that.
Keon, Ricky, Rome, all
Stop,
these
yeah,
guys,
stop.
all
I
these
can't listen
guys
to it.
we're seeing being very productive in their offense. And yeah, so it's probably a confidence thing right now. I mean, we'd all love to be up here next week and see him go for $175 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, we want that. So, and I see that comment. Jimmy Horn, Bryson Trumaine, these are all players that we haven't really seen. No, Terrence?
Well,
I saw a question about Bryson Tremaine earlier. Go ahead,
no,
Terrence.
I like Bryson Tremaine. I was more so at the Jimmy Horn comment, but I mean, at this point, if XL can't do it, then why not give him a shot?
David Moore has not seen the field either.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I'm actually very confused on that. That is blowing me. I mean, Dave Canales wants to suck him off every opportunity he gets and just be on his knees on cut day every time. Oh, we should just guarantee David Moore is going to mouth wide open. But then I had to see XL, not be able to do shit, accumulate -2 yards, and I don't see
Well,
83 come on the field one time.
Punt
David
return.
Moore was a big target for Bryce last year too.
He
That was
was.
one of the
He
other
was.
guys that he liked along with Adam Thielen. So I don't. I can't for the life of me understand why he's not on the field either. As much as I have liked Bryson Tremaine over these past 2 weeks, and he was the highest rated Panthers offensive player this past week, you would think that David Moore would come in a lot more times in those situations than Bryson Tremaine would, but I haven't seen it, and I just don't know why.
Yeah. That's very, very, very confusing. Very confusing. I will say, hey, shout out to Bryson Tremaine, because had it not been for him, Bryce would have had 3 of them bitches. Terrible throw, terrible ball.
Oh,
They
that shit
had
was
to
god
bail him
awful.
out
Yeah, that shit was awful. I'm
with
not
one
gonna lie.
hand, his offhand, I would assume at that. So shout out to 87, man, because without that, I would be hanging him from the cross. Everything I told y'all about, I'm not going to slander his name, this and that. Oh, yeah. Let it have been 3. and really, I feel like I've chilled because we fought back in the second half, but I still don't really know how gassed I'm gonna be because they were down 3 or 4 starters, prevent defense. You know what I'm saying? So Yak and a good portion of X wants to stroke their dick to him. Me personally, he still got to show me because I'm waiting for the Reaper to reappear.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm stroking it. I mean, I'm
So you're
not.
just rubbing the tip a little, like just like that.
I'm
You got.
just
I mean,
saying-
you doing
no,
something because you just said, "Oh, the reason I'm not gonna slander him is
because
because he fought back in the second half."
here's
The
what
bitch
it is.
fucking throwing
Here's
7
what it
yard
is.
passes down the line.
Here's what it is, and here's what it's been with the Panthers for, I feel like, at least the past 2 years. You'd put out a shit performance in the first half to where it's a team you don't want to watch. You want to refund. You want to sell your PSLs. You don't want to be involved with the program. And then in the second half, for some reason, they always seem to give you some sense of hope, whether even if it's in a loss. And now I'm not happy with the loss. We're past the time frame in this organization's progression where we need to be where we're okay with losing. We need to start winning. But then again, we're down 20-3, 27-3. You'd rather see a team fight back than tuck tail. That's just my opinion, and I think that's a fair observation to have. I mean, but it's like I said, I always feel like with this team, they put out a terrible product in the first half, and the second half, they always seem to give you a sense of hope, in which turn you can never give up on them. So we're stuck in purgatory right now until we start to win ball games.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that last point. You do rather see your team fight back than put their tail in their ass and not do anything, just lay down and die. I agree with that. And I also agree with this. I don't think Dave and Bryce are on the same page because
I feel that
Dave
they don't fuck with each
No,
other.
they're not.
Dave continues to fucking slander him in the media every chance he gets. And then you could just see in the Jacksonville game, Dave tried to do that little he tried to do that shit, grabbing them all on the waist, and Bryce said, "Hey,
Yeah,
get the fuck off
caressing.
of me."
No, not in the waist, on his head. Oh, it's okay, Brycey. Hey, fuck, nigga, don't touch me, nigga. Don't touch me, dog. Don't touch me. Yeah.
And this team is very like it's dangerously close to Daddy Tepper stepping in, and somebody's gonna lose their job because he don't like that
And
shit.
to be honest,
He don't like
I
that
damn near
shit.
need him to.
exactly. And to be honest,
He's never happy with losing. He
Uncle
demands
Dave.
success.
Hey, Uncle Dave. Matter of fact, we seen pregame in Phoenix, and I damn near wanted to call him over, apologize, and say, "Get the shit right." If Canales can't do it, you know what to do. You know what to do. Either that, or I gotta go ask Nicole. But something gotta happen quick. Because I can't. I personally just can't keep doing it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've already felt like I've already witnessed myself go from here mentally, mental health wise, just being ecstatic with football being back to all the way down here already. Already 2 weeks into the season. Yeah, I can't. I can't, bro. I can't. And yet you were making a point, I believe, and just saying how this team has a history of giving us optimism in the second half and being on the edge of our seats. It should never be that way, but it just goes all the way back to what we've been talking about since preseason, a lack of urgency. You have to be down 13-3 or down 20-3 to wake up and start making plays. And that all stems from your head coach because it's not serious and it's not important until it is, or because we want to jerk each other off because we competed in a joint practice, or because we're having high intensity practices, or we want to stroke off because we're making progress in practice. But then when it's time to put the product on the field, everybody is MIA. We're turning the ball over. We're not seeing David Moore get opportunities. We can't run the football. We have our starting linebacker missing 6 tackles, getting his cock put in the turf. So no sense of urgency. That's what it all stems from.
And to piggyback off that real quick, and I don't think y'all heard it because y'all were all at the game. On the broadcast, they did mention that this previous week of practice, they were practicing with a shortened play clock. So they were only having 23 seconds as opposed to the allotted amount of time that's normally on a play clock just to get used to getting the play in and getting going. And to me, that didn't really seem to be effective. It still seemed as if we were lackluster getting into the line. So it all goes back to execution.
That's college shit, man. That's
Yeah, why
and
would
you probably shouldn't have told me
Why
that
would you
yet.
want to practice with a
shouldn't have told me
condensed
that.
play clock?
Yeah, it shouldn't even got to that fucking point. And then obviously it ain't work. It didn't work. So I don't even.
You
Never
shouldn't have
mind.
told me that, bro. I mean, you should have
But
just
now
let
my
it be.
mind starts going my mind starts going a lot of different places with that information. Why is it okay?
Who's
So it's like
fucking off?
Canales just wanting because it's Canales just wanting them to get to the line of scrimmage and go. Like, don't make any checks, don't make any adjustments, run my play.
I think it's just an operational thing. I mean, that might have something to do with it, Tavian, but at the end of the day, what we saw in Jacksonville was the inability to get the call, get to the line, everybody get set, do your motions. We saw the inability for that to happen. So I don't know. They just stated on the broadcast that last week's practice, they practiced with a shortened play clock to get everybody moving with more urgency to the line, get things in motion. Didn't really translate, in my opinion. So, but that's just, I don't know.
It's just
Yeah, that shit damn sure
comical.
didn't work. It damn sure didn't work. 100%.
It's terrible.
They need to
Like
try something else.
Yeah, I mean, like Yak has been saying, just
Woo.
operationally, it's terrible. It's terrible, man. Honestly.
So, but with that being said, 2 weeks in, I mean, is all hope lost within this group? Let's just get to it.
No, but I mean, I'm damn near hanging on by a thread. I would tell you that.
I agree with that. Because
Yeah.
I don't even, to be honest, I'm not gonna hold you with the way Atlanta's defense played Sunday night. This team could be staring, and not could be, is staring 0-3 in the face if we don't protect the football. Because I think defensively we'll be okay.
Mhm.
But if we can't put up points faster than the midway point of the third quarter, we're gonna be fucked. Because Atlanta's defense slides. They do. So I mean, I'm not gonna say all hope is lost. I'm not gonna go that far because, like Tavian just
Offense
said,
has to figure it out.
I'm just too optimistic at times. But bro, we gotta go quick. We gotta go quick because listen, the reality of the situation is if you don't win one of the next two, it's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with. And unfortunately, we're having a lot more uncomfortable conversations than we're having right now. Because then we're going to start questioning Dave Canales. EJ's ass should be on the way out of the door. We might be having conversations about Bryce. It's going to be a lot of shit.
We will be. It's about time that you got to go back to the Matt Rule, Frank Wright situation where you blow the whole shit up again, unfortunately. And JJ, I know he hated the thought of us being in a rebuild situation a year or two ago. Just hated that terminology. But I mean, it will get very nasty if that's the case.
And I'm not gonna lie, we will be at the forefront of that train. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if you can't bear listening to critique of certain operations, players, etc., FPFO will not be the place for you come week 5. If we don't, I'm just telling y'all, actually, just don't tune in. If the Panthers don't win one of these next two, and you're one of those people that cannot handle that, do not tune in. Do not tune in. Telling you now. I'm trying to warn everybody because it'll get really messy.
But oh my god.
It'll get really, really messy.
It'll be nothing but slander.
Nothing but slander for everybody. And it's going to be right now. This is rated PG-13, maybe a little rated R. But let that shit pop off that way, and watch how we go from that to it is unwatchable because every other word. Yeah, and we might get canceled because we use certain terminologies at times that may or may not be acceptable. Let's just say it like that.
There's a lot of editing that goes on in the live production.
Yeah, 1000%. And we have to be very mindful and demure and careful when we come on the live streams because there's been a couple of times where I had to get in my bag post-prod. When y'all see the videos at 9 a.m. on Tuesday mornings, that ain't the real video. Just know that. So if we just so happen to not get one of these next two, it's over with. And honestly, FPFO may be canceled because I'm burning the whole bitch down.
There's been times where damn near as soon as the intro music go off, edit.
Mark that. Yeah, it gets like that. Y'all have y'all juice tickets ready? Yeah. You have enough time. I'm gonna go Dylan first, then I'm gonna go Terrence, Tavian, me, Yak. We need a juice ticket from you. Plus 400 or better. NFL or college. You can give us winners or you can give us spreads, whatever you want to do. Like I said, I'm gonna kick it off with Dylan first, and then I'm gonna go to Terrence or Tavian, and then I'll go to myself, and then I'll go to Yak. So here we go for Dylan. This is a plus 534. He has the Eagles money line against the Rams. He has the Colts money line against the Texans, or excuse me, against the Titans. Sorry. Green Bay against Cleveland, the Panthers to cover 10.5 against Atlanta, and the Commanders to beat the Raiders. That's a plus 534. Eagles, Colts, Green Bay, Carolina plus 10.5, Washington Commanders, money line. Again, that's a plus 534. Who's ready? Who's prepared? Nobody. Cool. Understood.
I got it, man.
Is
I got
plus
it.
400?
It's plus 400. Yeah, has it not been plus 400 the whole year?
I'm
It
just
is.
making sure.
No, it has. It's just a soft ticket.
I'm ready.
Go.
All right, so I have a 4-leg parlay. Green Bay money line against Cleveland, Philly money line against the Rams, Houston Texans plus 5.5 against Jacksonville, San Francisco against the Cardinals. Plus 413. Lock it in. That's easy.
I got it, man. I'm fading you on that Philly game, by the way. Plus 723. You know, I'm coming off the heels of a hit, so y'all get in with me. I'm hot right now. I'm hot. I got
Oh,
Dallas
yeah, you
money
did hit.
line.
Are you the leader now?
Nah, I'm tied. It's 3-3.
Hell no.
3320.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I got the Cowboys money line versus the Chicago Bears. I wanted to grab them when they were plus money, but they don't drop that shit real quick. Green Bay Packers money line versus the Cleveland Browns. I got the Kansas City Chiefs money line versus the New York Giants. Somebody's got to win that fucking game. And I got the Los Angeles Rams over the Philadelphia Eagles plus 723. I don't think Philly's looked that good for the first 2 weeks of the season. Their offense has been very mediocre.
They're terrible.
So I think the Rams are a very well coached team with a good defense. So
yeah,
I'm fading
you
on
ready
that
or
one.
you want me to go next? Because I'm ready if you're not.
I'm good. I got it.
Okay.
Let's see.
He ain't ready.
No,
Ain't
we're
ready.
good. We're going college football. College football is my specialty. 3-leg parlay, easy. You have Duke money line coming off a loss. They're back home against an in-state rival in NC State. I think they get that done. You have Memphis at home plus the 7.5. Liberty Bowl will be packed out against Arkansas. That'll be a competitive game. And then finally, give me Illinois on the road at Indiana. Top 20 matchup. Give me Brent Bielema in the Fighting Illini to cover. That is plus 466.
Like that.
It's a good ticket.
Yeah, I love that. Send that over. Send that over. I love that. Doug, what's happening? What am I getting blamed for, bro? What am I getting blamed for, Doug? What did I do? But we will see you Sunday, though, for sure. For sure. We're going to tap in. Yeah, he was on your ass. He was on your ass this summer. Me, Dunk, and Doug. Yeah.
I ain't heard not one apology yet.
It's been 2 games.
Oh no. No, motherfucker. It's been a whole season. It's been a whole season and 2 games.
This is a plus 920. Easy. Just listen, fall in line. I've been the hottest man on the East Coast. Don't ask questions. Unfortunately, Terrence tried to fade me this Saturday, and he had to learn the hard way. Unfortunately.
No, I got my shit back in blood.
Touche. Rams plus 3.5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Tampa Bay money line against the Jets. Bengals money line against the Vikings. Don't look at it too long. You might change your mind, and the only thing you need to do is trust JJ. Finally, the Chargers minus 2.5 against the Denver Broncos. Very simple. Plus 920. If you're scared, don't put it in. I don't give a fuck. Stay broke. But if you want to change your life, put $100 on that bitch and take that 1,100 and
You're
flip that
not even gonna
motherfucker.
put $100 on it.
Who? Doug said, "What you calling him out in the chat for?" Doug, the reason why he's on your top is because me, you, and Dunk were on his top about XL and the way he was slandering his name this summer. And we all defended XL. And unfortunately, right now, he's just in a mood in which he's trying to make us stand on business, but he doesn't understand that it's only 2 weeks and we have 16 more to go. So, but I mean, if you would like to expound, Terrence, feel free.
No, I just let him know in the chat. Yeah, it was because y'all were saying I was slandering XL's name when that wasn't what I was doing. I was just challenging his play on the field and hoping that he was putting in work in the offseason. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. We seen a few route guide videos, but that's about it. Um, so I was just like, could I get my apology from the people who slander my name because of my XL take? And you've been the only one to man up and apologize. So, Doug, for that, I appreciate you. I just wish other people would take that, do the
Hold your
same
breath.
thing.
Hold your breath and wait on my apology and see how fast you get up out of here. And hope that we can get them folks to your door in time, nigga. I'm not apologizing for shit. If the nigga keeps playing like a bitch, then cool. I need to be apologizing to myself and my pockets and my mental health. What am I apologizing to you for? You was hating on a nigga. And I still stand by that. You were. Was your hate well placed
Not
and
true,
put in the
bro.
right position? Yeah, right now it seems as though it was, but you were still hating. What the fuck? That's
true.
the thing. Niggas can't really never acknowledge and admit when they hating. Me personally, when I get to hating on a nigga, I know, cool, I'm hating, fuck him. Cool. No problem. Like Christian Roseboom, Trevin Wallace, Nick Scott. If I ever see them and they decide to press me, then it'll just be is what it is. And then I'll just have to tell them fuck them in person. Their ass. Not as men, not as human beings, but as football players, they're worthless. And y'all wanted to stroke off to Christian Roseboom because he had 130. Cool. Now y'all see where that 130 gets, and now y'all see why the Rams fan base was celebrating, having a parade when that motherfucker got cut. Now y'all see. But when I said it, oh, I'm a tad bit alarmed because they're having a celebration. It's something off about that. But y'all wanted to tell me, oh, he had 135. Can't be any worse than Trey. Okay, cool. Now y'all see. Don't worry. No worries. No worries. It's always JJ. It's always JJ, boy. I tell you, heavy is the head, dog. Heavy is the head. Dog, don't apologize. You shouldn't apologize to that nigga, bro.
Oh.
I'm just telling y'all, that's what it be. That's how they do. That's how they do. And that's just how I hear their voice in my head on X when I got to see the shit that I got to see. Anybody y'all were impressed by this week?
T-Mac. That's
Yeah.
it.
Nala boy. We got one, but that's 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, he's different.
Oh yeah, easy answer, Nalo. More more long form answer, I guess I would say I'd say the defensive line. I did feel as if we put more pressure on the quarterback this week. Now obviously we didn't sack him a ton. I know Princely got his one. But we applied pressure. Collar's a hard son of a gun to take down. I get it. But to me, in my view, I felt as if we did apply a little bit more pressure. So I'll give it to those boys. And I honestly felt as if James Conner really never got in a rhythm. As much as I know he scored and whatnot, but I felt as if those D linemen really held it down this week. Hopefully they can continue to do it because they're going to have one hell of a matchup this Sunday in Bijan and Algier. So we'll see them.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I I know that we're not the most impressive defensive line. We're not the most impressive defense. But for me personally, I personally have liked what I've seen overall from the defensive group. Honestly, the missed tackles is still alarming for me. Very, very frustrating because I feel like that's fundamental and basic. We should be able to tackle with no problem. But the defensive side of the ball, they're giving me hope because both of these two games now, obviously, neither one of the offense that we faced so far are prolific. We've played against two very average quarterbacks, in my opinion. Specifically, when you look down the road and you have to see Dak, you have to see not Tua, what's bro name? Stafford. You have to see Josh Allen. Right, there's a couple of killers on your schedule still. Um, so not prolific quarterback talents, but I feel like you have to start somewhere. And when I go look, and overall, you're 22nd. That's better than worse than NFL history. So I'm gonna be aroused by that personally, but that's just me. Um, Mike Jackson is gonna be my impressed by this week. Um, I've been trying to tell niggas, specifically Tavian and Terrence. Um, that's another guy they love to hate on, but they won't admit it. Like I just told them, they don't admit when they hate. They hate Mike Jackson. They do.
It's not true.
They hate Mike Jackson, and I've been
Brian
trying to
gave
tell
him
him
his
for a
flowers.
year. Been trying to tell him for a year. He's living
Bruh,
like that.
no, the reason that you say I quote unquote hate Mike Jackson really isn't even on Mike Jackson because if he gets done in, it's all EJ's fault. And the reason that it's EJ's fault is because he shouldn't even be on the number one receiver. That's what we got JC Horn for. But he
Shout
doesn't let
out
him
JC.
travel. But he doesn't let him
How
travel.
much does
So
that
I
bother
mean,
you that he doesn't travel?
yes, that fucking bothers the hell out of me.
Because you saw Derek
Honestly.
Stingley last night.
Oh my God.
Everywhere Mike Evans went.
Everywhere Mike Evans was in his back pocket. But you know, we can't seem to get that down. So my hate is not really on Mike Jackson. I hate the situations he's being put in by EJ, and I do hate EJ. So cool.
Fair enough. JC Horn, by far, has been the best cornerback in football this season. I'm just going to go on record and say that. If you have a problem with it, I won't even say what I really want to say. I'm just going to say, go look at the charts and go look at the film. He's different. And we've seen, actually, let me not even put that in the atmosphere. He's been hooping. Let's just say it like that. Another problem that I have as we wrap here. Actually, Tavian, did you go or did you just agree with the Nalo thing? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rush past you.
Yeah, I just agreed with Nalo, and I don't think I need to elaborate. We all watched the game.
Fair enough. I'm very, very concerned. Not concerned, confused. There are a couple of guys that are not getting enough reps for me. Touched on Ransom earlier. He's one. Another one, David Moore. We touched on him. Finally, Corey Thornton. There's no way in fuck Corey Thornton has the preseason, the training camp, etc. that he does, and he doesn't get no burn. But yet I'm seeing Shaw Smith Wade and Nick Scott, the back of their jersey, to end the second half off or the first half off with a touchdown. I'm confused. Let them play the slot. If that's what it comes to, let them play the slot or let Mike Jackson try it. Or I don't know what you have to do, but Corey Thornton should be getting reps. And it doesn't have to always be in replace of JC or Mike. No, let them be on the field with them. Take Shaw Smith Wade out of the fucking game. Bring Ransom on the field and let my nigga slide. Because I have confidence in this defense, personally. Outside of the linebacking group, which is completely shot, I personally have confidence in this group. But there are pieces that have to be moved a little bit and taken out and put in for me to have even more confidence. And I think those couple of fixes, Corey getting more reps, Ransom being out on the field, that helps. That helps. It does. So, yeah, I'm confused on it. I really am. I'm confused on it. Cool. I think that's it. Unless you guys have something else to say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A couple of people have forgotten about him because they've just buried him. They've just buried him. I don't know, bro. This staff is, they're a little challenged at times. I'll just say it that way. just a little bit. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Between them, between Corey, between Princely and Nick not getting as many reps as I would like. There's just a couple of guys. David Moore, another one. Ransom. I don't know. Another thing, if I had to open up another stat sheet and see Ashawn Robinson only with one tackle, that's gonna make me crash out with Turk Gordon being down. It's gonna. I'm just telling y'all. Just to give out a couple of warnings. If I have to see Ashawn Robinson with one tackle again, I'm gonna slander his name. If I have to see Shaw Smith Wade and Nick Scott get burnt on the same play again, I'm gonna slander their name even more. If I have to see Roseboom getting put and sent to fucking hell by a backup running back, I'm gonna slander his name more. If Bryce continues to turn the football over, I'm gonna slander his name. I'm just giving all warnings so there's no confusion on why JJ is gonna act the way he's gonna act should these things play out. Just a warning. Is that fair, Mr. Producer?
I don't see why not.
Cool. Glad we're all on the same page. Yak, do you have any final thoughts, brother? Is all hope lost for you? Because you were crashing out on my phone Sunday. I just wasn't receiving texts.
Yeah, I may have sent a text in the first half of rebuild, burn it down, cut everybody. But I still have a little bit of hope. Obviously, we have 16 weeks left in this season. Obviously, the Bucks 2-0, Falcons got to win, Saints in the same position as us. So there is ground that could be made up, but we just have to see. We have to see a football team with a sense of urgency, and a sense of awareness that we got to start winning. So I'll leave it with that. I'll give you a prediction. I'll predict we win Sunday. Score, I'll say 24-20 Panthers. Get the first win in BOA, home opener. That'll be my prediction.
If it goes that way, I might be on the field. Also, I expect you to be in the building on Sunday. And if you can get me a ticket to the ECU game.
I don't even know if I'll be in the building on Sunday.
You will be. You will be.
No, I don't know, bro. I've been thinking. I've been thinking about it, bro.
People want to see you. The people want to see you, bro. I don't got time, bro. I don't got time to do this shit on live, bro. I don't got time, bro.
I'm just telling you something, bro. Well, if Haley is still in the chat, Haley, if you want to drive us, I'll go.
Oh, perfect. If she wants to drive us, then that would be phenomenal.
Us?
That means I don't got to put as much.
Aren't you already going to be in Charlotte?
No. Hell no.
Oh, well, perfect. I'm riding with one of y'all. Perfect.
Actually, no, you're right. I forgot. I think I will be in Charlotte.
Oh, nah, that's crazy.
Nigga lost so bad. Bro.
You know that location will go all quick.
Yeah, that's pathetic, bro.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, make sure to tap in with us on social media. If you want to purchase your Carolina Reaper t-shirt, those are available right now on forPanthersFansOnly.com. Tap in with us on social media. You get all different kind of content on all platforms, so it would just behoove you to follow us on all platforms. It'll be a more enjoyable experience every time you open any app. You see our beautiful faces. So tap in with us there. We will be outside on Sunday. If y'all see us, say what's up. Definitely gonna link up with Brian, I believe it was, and take that flick for sure. Doug, can't wait to see you this weekend, bro. Yak, can't wait to see you in BOA. because you will be there as well. And yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. If you're watching on X, go over to YouTube right now. For Panthers fans only. Like, comment, subscribe, bell notification. Game day vlog from our time in Vegas / Phoenix will be dropping on Thursday. I may or may not be going live tomorrow and doing some film breakdown stuff as well as just some reactions to press conferences because I haven't watched any pressers from this weekend. I've only heard clips and just know the clips alone have triggered me to hell. So I may or may not be doing that on Wednesday. And that's all I got. So, like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back very soon. Peace.